what were you thinking throughout this whole process? Like, did you want to give up on it, or it was just like, I gotta get it?
Well, man, my whole thought process first when we started, man, I got a business partner. His name is Matthew Joseph. He would come to me before we opened the shop. I think it was 3 years he came. He lives in Miami. He would drive up and he would talk to me about it, man. And I was kind of like, no, man, I don't want to do that. I don't know nothing about it. But just speaking to him over and over and him having so much belief in me, it gave me that mindset that I knew, like, man, if he can see it, all I got to do is do it, because he sees it and don't know that I can do it for real. He just believe in what he see. I know on the inside of me, I can do it with everything in me. So my mindset was always in the position of winning. I never thought about, man, I'm going to take a loss doing anything I'm doing. So I was broke, but at the same time, I had so much willpower. Like, my bank account might as well have been on $1 million at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because if you told me, hey, it's going to cost $500 to get this floor put in or whatever, I was going to make that money right there on the spot. I wasn't going to ask for it or none of that. I was going to make sure I cut hair until I had your money plus some extra for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad you spoke about, Matthew giving you the vision and whatnot. So when I speak on a lot of people, when I talk to a lot of people, I tell them imagination is everything.
Yeah.
And, Albert Einstein, again, imagination is everything. It's just a vision that you see, or the vision that he's given to you as far as your life coming to traction. If you can dream it, you can definitely achieve it.
Definitely.
You feel what I'm saying? So as far as giving up and staying motivated, in this journey alone, what was the hardest? Because like you said, you started on the bucket, and you still kept going. But what was the hardest? Like, at one point, was there ever a time where it was like, I don't want to do this no more?
I mean, I would say we all have moments where we feel like, you're getting tired. You wanna, sit back and chill. But man, I never had a moment where I thought about stopping my barbering career for anything. I never thought about it because I have children, everybody depending on me. I don't have a father. My mom passed when I was 12, so I knew everything riding on this decision that I made. So it was never a moment where anything felt like, oh, I got to give up or I want to quit. I went through a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my second marriage right now, man. I've been divorced. All this stuff happened to me right when I was going to open, the business or whatever. So I never had a moment, not one moment, bro, where I thought I'm going to quit or I'm going to slow down, I'm going to stop. You know what I'm saying? You get tired in this race, but I know in my mind it's a marathon, man. So I'm going to run forever.
You got to. So speaking on not giving up, the trials and tribulations you went through, 2 divorces, you say, 6 kids, no father, no mother.
Yeah.
You have the eagle mentality. They say as far as the eagles, when a storm brews up, all the other birds go hide in the trees and they fly away. When a storm brews up, the eagles flap in their storm and they soar higher than they could ever soar before. They like the fear. They like to see if they can achieve, and they like to see if they can soar higher. So as far as speaking on generational wealth, you have 6 kids. Is there anything else that you're doing outside of barbering that you're going to pass down to your kids, or do you plan on teaching, your sons or whatever, or your daughters, anything about cosmetology?
Yeah. I would prefer that neither one of them ever touch the power clippers a day in their life. I did that, and it's my passion, so I would prefer that they find their own lane. But when you're speaking about generational wealth, man, that's everything to me, because I didn't have anybody to leave me anything. So all I really focus on is, the first thing I knew that I had to have was my life insurance. I knew that if something happened to me, my kids shouldn't have to wash a car, sell a cake. None of that should be going on. So I talked to them about, money being a tool. And when I say a tool, I teach them how to use it to where you never need it again in your life. And when I say never need it, you always have it. So it's not something you're in need of because you got it laying right here. You know what I'm saying? So I motivate them in ways to where I let them see that, it's something we use to get what we want. So you really don't want the money. You need food, you need clothes, you know what I'm saying? You need things that's going to help you survive in this lifetime. So I do things right now, like my purchases right now are centered around, okay, my kid's future. I got to think about, if I purchase this, what is it going to look like to my child? You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to get a new car or something, I ain't just getting a new car for no reason. If I do it, it's because I want my kid to see you work hard, you play twice as hard. You know what I'm saying?
So pretty much after the trials and tribulations, as far as getting the shop, you say you was cutting hair on the bucket and stuff.
Yeah.
Now that you got everything up to par as far as the shop, what was next?
For me, I would say what's next is reaching out to the youth. For me, my heart's so big to want to help somebody who may be in a position to where they feel nobody want to show them nothing or spend the time to help them. So right now I'm centering like my attention. I'm trying to get on finding those individuals in our community who looking to become something. Even if you don't want to become a barber, we could talk about starting any kind of business. But for me, my next step is to reach like as many kids. Even if you're an adult, man, you know, you want to link up or you know want to get with me about some things, that's perfectly fine. I'm all about trying to help people. That's my next like journey. If I can't help somebody, I don't really want to be involved with it.
Most definitely. And I'm glad you're moving with a giving motive, because of course we know, like you said, you give, you get back tenfold.
Yeah.
So as far as the community, and of course you have ASAP Fresh, are there any other barbershops you opening? Like what exactly do you do for the community itself?
So at the moment, right now, I'm not opening any other shops, but what I am doing is I'm providing classes. Today, actually, I have a class. I'm providing someone wants to learn to cut hair. She's very young. She's in high school. So I told her, you know, if you're that serious about it, I'm going to make sure you learn this craft. I'm going to donate my time. You know, it's going to be my free time that I'm going to give to you. So I spend, like right now, my free time I'm spending reaching those kids. Like she reached out to me, let me know she want to do this. So I'm going to give her everything I got. Like today, she's going to learn how to possibly feed her family one day.
Most definitely. So it's definitely not about the money when we're touching the community.
Yeah.
So I know that you say you're starting a class. A lot of people don't know that you have different side hustles, like you sell cologne, and you also write a clothing line that you just came out with. So I kind of want you to tell them that, like explaining to them how important it is to have like different streams of income. Because, you know, the pandemic came around and it shut a lot of shops down. And a lot of people, you know, that was it. You know, they didn't have nothing else. So I want to touch on, like, how could you explain to them how important it is to, you know, expand your business besides just cutting hair?
Yeah, like you said, man, the pandemic shut a lot of people down mentally, I would say. You know, a lot of people, your job, you know, did this, that, but it's that mental state that was shut down, and it was because when you have everything going smooth, nobody thinking about that rainy day, you know. So, but me, I didn't feel, you know, the pandemic didn't shut my mind down. I would say, you know, I was always on the other end of, if this happened, I already got this going and I got to create this to keep it going. So in my mind, it was always something. It's like, man, how can I say, because they told me I got to close the shop down, I can't provide for my family when I've been providing for my family before I opened the shop, you know what I'm saying? So my mindset don't even see a pandemic at all. It sees generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? That's the only picture I got my eye on. So when those kind of things happen, people should realize, like, man, maybe you should not be so lazy when you have good times, you know what I'm saying? So for me, like a lot of people may not know I'm about to drop a clothing line real soon, or it's going to be online and everything. So I'm going to have a bunch of merchandise and all of that. But it's very important to have those things, you know. Everybody wear clothes. Yeah. And if you are blessed enough, as I have been, to start a brand or start something that people want to get behind, why not start another stream of revenue for your family's sake? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because like you said, it's not about the money for me. I'm not concerned about $1. I could just cut hair to make money all day if I so choose. But me like starting another stream of revenue is going to be something for my kids. Like the day I'm dead and gone, that's something they can keep and take with them forever. Nobody can take it from you.
So I do want to talk a little more about you being an entrepreneur. You know, you open a business, you're the boss and everything. A lot of people think you just come in there and cut hair. I want to know a little bit more about the things that you have to deal with inside the shop, as far as like professional, people being professional, dealing with your client in certain ways, or people might not be doing stuff that you feel like is right for the business. So I want to talk a little more about that. What are some things that you probably experienced in there that's...
Man, day-to-day business, down at ASAP, man, I could say this last year, I would say we've gotten it all the way together, man. Me and my crew, we don't come to play. It's a family-oriented business, so everybody on the same page. But you do have riffraff, every now and again, somebody who don't know how you do business. They may come in the door, and you got to be ready to deal with that, man. There's nobody who can come in my business and ruffle my feathers at all, because I know, what I started it for, and I know that this was like given to me by God. So you can't take it if you wanted to, man. So every day, coming into work, you have them issues, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't notice none of them, man. My mind's so focused on just being in a positive area, like my energy got to stay positive, that even when you bring the negative to me, man, we're able to smooth it out so good that we don't have any issues, man. Like I said, I love my clientele. I love what we do. But on another note, we do, I do as a business owner, I have, other obligations. I don't just come to work. I don't even think about the haircuts half the time. I got to come in and make sure the building is clean, and with all the COVID stuff going on, I got to sanitize a lot more than what we probably used to, even though we're very clean now. Between every client, you need to be sanitizing and washing your hands and making sure you got your mask and all of that. So as a business owner, man, it ain't just about cutting hair for me. It's so much other stuff that goes into it.
So with also being a business owner, how do you deal with the people that's not like kind of able to pay their booth? How does that go? Are you like helping them promote their business to get more clients? Like what advice would you give to them to kind of expand their hustle and get more people to come in and get their haircut?
My thing down at ASAP, man, boofing really never gonna be an issue, because I'm gonna put everything on my back. When you come and you say you're gonna work with us, man, it's really on you, because we done built a atmosphere for you to be able to be successful. So if you don't have the necessary qualities as far as your hustle, you don't want to come to work, or you late, you're not punctual and stuff like that, you're gonna hold yourself up. So I don't have an issue with boofing. We don't even discuss that, man, down at ASAP, because we're more like a family, man. Everybody doing well for themselves, and we so hung up on just the love of what we're doing. The money is not an issue at all, man. That's just a byproduct of doing good business, man.
Right. So speaking on, you stated on, you spoke on energy just then and remaining calm in the midst of this pandemic. Remember, a pandemic causes people to panic, right? Yeah. Those that remain calm in a pandemic, they always come up successful.
Yeah.
So just like we spoke on the eagle mentality, as far as, those that were working with you when this pandemic first started, are those people still with you, or did they, were they sweating a little bit and they was like, I gotta go find something else, I gotta get more money, what happened with that?
I mean, I had a couple people leave, when the pandemic came or whatever. They had other obligations, and that's understandable. But the ones that stayed, Taryn and Carmen, they're my soldiers. Like when I tell you, that might as well be my blood family. Them right there, they know what's going on. So like you say, that pandemic it's not going to rock us at all, because it's not about what's going on in the world. It's about you handling what's going on in your personal world. Whatever you, like right around you, that's all you can control. So whatever going on at the White House and all these other places, I can't do nothing about that. But what's going on down at ASAP Fred's Barbershop is under our control. We can take care of all that.